Hey everyone, my name is Shauna and welcome to the 13th figure review on my channel. Today we will be looking at the Hyperdimension Traveler Neptune Generator Unit version by Frontier Works. I pre-ordered her from AmiAmi and begrudgingly paid $270-ish US, including tax and shipping, for this because it includes the Blu-ray for the Hyperdimension Neptune Nepu Festival OVA and a copy of the Dimension Tripper Neptune Top Net video game. That was all a lot of words, wasn't it? I didn't want to order this version, but the version with only the figure was out of stock. If you want to scold me and say I should have waited until it was released to get what is currently in stock at AmiAmi, which includes a code to watch the OVA, you can go ahead. I've been burned so many times by not being able to buy a figure because it was never available after the pre-order window that I've acquired the bad habit of pre-ordering every figure I want. Not always the best choice. Anyway, instead of putting it off and waiting till the end, if you saw my unboxing video, we looked at the discs included. And as expected, the Blu-ray doesn't include English subtitles and the game is in Japanese. Not that big of a deal, but just wait for a fan sub online and buy the game on Steam in English if you want them both so badly. It's not the best game, but if you're into the Space Harrier type of gameplay, then it's right up your alley, especially for how cheap it is. I really do recommend watching the unboxing for this, even if it's not my video, as there is a lot going on in there and I don't want to waste your time on it again in this video. Here are some quick clips. Let's move right on to the figure. First, we'll show her without the backpack. It was very hard to remove, so if you want to display her like this, I recommend you do so right out of the box, then build the wings later and add them on when you're ready to change it up. Anyway, I've been rewatching some of my previous videos and I feel like I ramble a bit too much on explaining things you can just see on camera. Well, unless you're blind, but if you are, I don't know how you got here in the first place. If you like it when I point out every minute detail, like her hair is purple with nice shading, and those eyes are clear and sharp, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, as a test, I'm going to let the camera do most of the talking and only add comments on what matters. Go ahead and tell me which you prefer. I'm still not sure myself.
The power of the heroine.
Her head does come off a bit too easily. I picked her up by the head once like an idiot and the whole figure just fell to the floor. Luckily, nothing seems to be damaged, but if you see anything damaged, that's probably why. Anyways, a translucent plastic, blah blah blah, we've heard my rants. But if you've been on my channel, you've noticed I only complain when it applies to the hair. Yes, my biggest rants on translucent plastic is primarily when it's used for hair pieces. Any other case, then I'm usually fine with it, and that's the case here. It looks really good on her and gives off that futuristic, almost cyberpunk / techwear sort of vibe. I like it. And down to her legs, the armor down here is amazingly done, but there is one tiny flaw here that looks kind of like an amateur's model kit. I would know I made the same mistake. Otherwise, beautiful. Now let's look at those weapons. One of the swords and pistols can be separated. I really don't know why they can't both be separated, as I'd like to pose her with just her swords or just her pistols, but it's not enough of a deal breaker for me to knock the score down, or is it? Now onto the backpack. Despite how it looks, nothing on this backpack is articulated except the wings, which you honestly don't have much room to pose them anyway, and I'm not complaining about that, just making you aware. Some of these parts look convincingly movable and I find myself wanting to pose them, but don't. You'll break them. There are some small action features here. The removable pistol can be stored in her shield, and the sword can then be put into either scabbard. The other sword you either have to make her hold or store it in the scabbard with the pistol still attached, which looks weird in my opinion. Again, I wish they were both removable, but oh well. Lots of really cool mechanical detail here. The shield looks great, the scabbards or sheaths, whatever they're actually called, look great. The wings, again, more translucent, more on the transparent plastic side, looks great. Love the color gradients, but I'm still kind of torn on whether or not I like her with or without the backpack more. The base is very plain and self-explanatory. I'll read off the small print in case you can't read it. Dimension Tripper, Artificial Megami System, Weird Travel Trunk. Yeah, now remember this is a Japanese figure and the text was not translated into English but was written in English by a Japanese person. So that's probably why it's a little janky. Otherwise, it looks great and gets the job done. Size comparisons. The 1/4 scale Haruhi Bunny version by Freeing. My other 1/7 scale adult Neptune figure, my 1/8 scale adult Neptune figure, Waking Up version. If you want me to review either of those figures, just let me know in the comments. 1/10 scale Sento from the Beach Queens line by Wave, Parade Dark Magician Girl, and the Yangui Fei Nendoroid, whose review is also on my channel. The quality of this figure far exceeds anything I was expecting. It's not like I was expecting a bad quality figure, but Frontier Works only has one other figure on record on the AmiAmi site, so I just didn't know what to expect. But I am genuinely happy with how this figure turned out. Yes, I'm disappointed that one of the weapons is inseparable and the backpack is a bit floppy, but she's not an action figure, so there's no point in fretting over that. Her expression may be a little flat as well, but in the end, it's the cute adult Neptune I came to know and love in her debut game, Hyperdimension Neptunia V, or Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, which is the one I played. Uzume is literally the best character out of the entire Neptune franchise, fight me on it. But we still have yet to get a good 1/7 scale figure of her. Orange Heart doesn't count. Anyway, this is a definite recommend from me. If you can afford it, even with just the plain figure, it's around 180 bucks without shipping. It's worth it considering the amount of stuff you get here, I guess. And again, don't feel bad if you missed out on this deluxe copy. As I said, the game is available in English on Steam for very cheap, and I'm sure a fan sub of the OVA will be out soon, if not already. A code is included in the standard edition figure to watch it on some site or app, but I didn't try it out because you have to make an account and all that. Maybe they have English subs on there, but I doubt it. Otherwise, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. It's a beautiful figure with a lot going on, but I feel it is missing that special touch that would push it to a true 10 out of 10. Either way, I hope you enjoy the video and tune in next week or so for my next review of the Komi Nendoroid, so subscribe if you want to see that. I wish you the best of luck in all your figure collecting adventures. Farewell, my friends.